I might be completely wrong here, but this is the gut feeling that I have right now. I reckon that adductor strain that I suffered wasn't from wide stance squats at all. What I think happened was that the wide stance squats taxed me in a good way. And then the following day I did front squats. And then I started feeling it. So the reason why I feel this way is because today it felt amazing. As soon as I started going to wide stance squats, I started feeling better and better as I was warming up. Front squats feel crappy. And I messed around with an empty barbell before I started today, and it was like feeling really, really crappy. Front squats is a really, really low squat. There's a huge range of motion when I do front squats. And that, even though it's not obvious, I think that involves a lot of adductors as well. Anytime you go deep squat, regardless if it's front, back, or side to side, whichever way you bloody do it, deep hip flexion involves a lot of adductors. And the reason for that is because in that ATG position in the squat, you don't actually have leverage to use the glutes. So the primary hip extensors in an ATG squat is actually the adductors. That whole group is what gets you out of the hole, which is something that it kind of occurred to me today as I was kind of thinking about the whole thing, because I was like, that doesn't make sense. But it does. I think it does. So instead of, tomorrow coming in and doing front squats after absolutely smoking my freaking adductors, I should probably come in tomorrow and while I'm sore and still struggling with the adductors, still do something wide. Because wide taxes the adductors as well as super low front squats. It's just a different length, right? So in an adductor, in a low bar squat, yes, it's wide, it stretches the adductors a lot. But it's different stretch when you go front squat and super low. So I reckon this is where you get screwed over when you tax it in one way and then you also ask, for not a 1 rep max, but a heavy front squat, you're asking for that deep hip flexion. So I think this is something that I need to avoid moving forward. Don't do that. So a positive session today. I think I've connected something about it. Now, obviously, this wide stance squat business is a new endeavor for me. It's a new feeling. Today I did another 10 sets of 5. I didn't plan to do that. I just wanted to kind of hit something and then see how it goes. But then set after set after set, it started feeling better and better and better. Whereas if I was front squatting, it would feel worse and worse and worse. So it's one of those things. It's like the same muscle, but in different orientation. Is a dangerous business. So if you tax it in one way, go back to that same way if you want to go again, especially when you're sore, because if you tax it one way and then you ask the same muscle to go even longer in a different stance, this is where you start to kind of pull things and strain things and whatnot. So something to be mindful of. Right now, I'm feeling amazing. I'll see how it feels when it cools down. But that's kind of what I feel. Maybe even the Cossack squats and that active stretching that I was doing, maybe that helped as well. But right now, I'm actually very surprised how positive I feel after that session. I mean, listen, like 10 sets of 5, that's a lot of freaking reps. That's a lot. And today I wasn't even feeling all that flash. I went to the dentist earlier, had a feeling, that wasn't a whole lot of fun. And I thought, okay, not going to, feel the best, blah, 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 adductor this, adductor that. Bloody hell, man, it turned out like a great session. I wasn't all pumped about it because, my tooth hurts, freaking groin hurts. Going into a squat session, I'm like, damn, all right, there's a few things against me here, but turned out fantastic. So stick with it. And let's see how it pans out. But I think I need to be mindful of what I do with the front squats. Maybe do front squats once the soreness stops. So maybe like three days time. But don't do front squats with sore adductors. You are not avoiding the adductors by doing front squats. Not at all. Appreciate you guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.